The only motive we know right now, unless the investigation tells us something else, is going to be road rage. They were angry.
Is it worth it to get engaged with the driver who you don't know has a gun or not? Do you want to eat tonight? Do you want to go home tonight? That becomes the question.
Those are the kinds of moments many of us face every day navigating what seems like a never-ending cluster of cars Atlanta is famous for. Sooner or later, you're cut off or flipped off.
As we're driving around the car, that we got all sorts of little incidences that are happening. Almost everybody sees something every day, that they don't like.
We're riding with anger management specialist Richard Taylor. He tells us people voluntarily come into his office every day to deal with their own road rage issues. And he's also seen recent reports on CBS 46 documenting the ever-rising episodes of angry people on the road, specifically angry people with guns.
They snap, and so they're losing their conscious ability to be reasonable, and they just focus on the one person. That's the big debate we have in the nation over access to guns.
Taylor explains stress and anger play major roles in rage situations. Add a gun or another weapon to the mix, and it's an extreme case, one that typically comes along with criminal charges. Take this incident back in early October.
Drawing a firearm in just about every case should be an absolute last resort, and it seems like that was this guy's first resort.
A motorcyclist is caught pointing a gun at a car in Coweta County during an alleged road rage issue. No shots were fired here, but in other cases, there were more violent endings.
And she had a baby in her hand, and she ran up to the officer, and by that time, a gentleman got out. He didn't have a shirt on, and he was bleeding up in here.
Not even children are exempt from an angry driver's aggression. In April, a baby was shot in the foot in what police determined was a dispute on the road in DeKalb County. And most recently, a woman was shot as she drove her Corvette along Stone Mountain Parkway. DeKalb investigators say she gestured to the car behind her to go around. That's when the other person got angry and opened fire. So how do you prevent or avoid road rage? Well, it can no doubt be difficult, but professionals suggest that you not retaliate or react to any of the drivers on the road. And yes, that includes hand gestures. And getting out of your car and angrily approaching someone should never be an option. And most of all, if you know you're someone who gets easily upset while on the road, it's best to leave your gun not in the car, but at home.
Get the gun out of the car. Don't carry the gun.